Good evening. We're sisters who love to explore true crime, cryptids, ghosties, haunted locations, conspiracy theories, and all creepy, scary, spooky things. With a bit of dark humor, hosted by Sarah and Melissa. Join us as we take a trip to the dark side. Because sometimes dead is better. Welcome to Necromancy.
Hi.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're back. We're back. So, how was your first full day back without me?
Great. Horrible.
After I tortured you all fucking weekend?
Yeah, you did that.
It's so funny because, like, you're just sitting there minding your own business, then all of a sudden, I look over at you and you're like, can you just leave me alone? Like, no. Mikey was, when we left too, like, Mikey was like, he was like, because we called each other and we talked all the way home, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, you fucking torture your sister. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel bad for her. And I'm going to tell you why. He tortured me growing up.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't fucking feel bad for her, and neither should you.
Yeah, well, see what I've done. I've done a well job on shaping you into the person that you are.
Yeah.
All right? Like, I toughened you up by beating your ass on a regular.
Whatever. We went to a fucking pirate party yesterday.
Oh my god. So I specifically brought this over because I'm really excited. I want to read this book. So the author was there, and it's a new book that she just released. So she signed it and everything.
I got one too.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool. I kind of read the first page.
Yet?
Pardon?
Have you read any of it yet?
I read the first page.
Oh, I read the first whole chapter.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read any of it yet because I don't get no freaking silence around here. So
yeah, you got to do it while you're on the can.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did.
Might just leave the. You spend that much time. You read a whole chapter while you're sitting on the toilet.
Yeah. Well, I was done pooping, and then I was like, I'm just going to sit here for a minute. It's quiet in here.
Yeah.
It was yelling for me. Xena was on my bed so I could see her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, this is content. I'm just going to sit here for a minute.
Huh. Well, all right, man. Whatever works for you.
It did. It worked. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excited for this. Oh, and work. So we get people that donate a lot of books and stuff like that at work. And the other day, one of my residents' family members came in and donated a book. So I was like, I'm taking that shit home. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Ghost Towns of Ontario.
Ooh.
Look at that. I am so excited. I'm going to be reading this as well.
Well, if anybody doesn't know.
Like, look at this shit.
It's pretty fucking cool.
It's nifty.
So I'm going to explain to everybody that's just listening to the podcast, seeing it on video. Sarah just showed me a book that said Ghosts of Ontario.
I read it.
Now, we live in Ontario, Canada.
Yes.
So anybody that's listening from across the pond, we live in Ontario, Canada.
Over yonder.
We live over yonder.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
We have a few listeners in the UK, so Heidi ho, neighborinos across the Commonwealth people.
Something like that, yeah.
We got some listeners in Ireland and Africa. and Australia.
Woo!
And a lot of European countries. Our majority of our listeners are in Canada.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And like 35% of them are in America. So, heidi ho, neighborinos.
Yes.
For real neighborinos.
So can I show you what I did out of boredom today?
Oh no, what did you do out of boredom today?
Hold on. I got super into
Crocheting.
not yet. I am going to be
Oh.
making. I'm going to make a voodoo doll.
Voodoo doll of Walter.
Yeah, so I got the crochet shit. I'm going to learn, but that's another story.
I love how sorry, before you start that, I love that right before when you were like, I want to make a voodoo doll of Walter. This and that. Jenny's like, I'll teach you how to crochet.
She's like, I'll help you. I'll learn you.
Yes, Jen.
She did that. She did too, really quick. There was no hesitation there.
I'll teach you how to make a voodoo doll of Walter. Stab him. Stab, 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 stab.
Well, he leaves his fucking beard shavings everywhere and his fucking nails. Well, actually, he's pretty good with his nails when he clips his nails.
Disgusting.
So, but I will get some sort of.
I'm gonna take
the shit that comes out when you pop a pimple and put it in there.
That's nasty, bro. Oh, you just got in the middle of the night, fucking stab his finger, go, oh my god, honey, I'm so sorry. Here, let's put this on a cotton ball.
Save that for later.
Put it in a plastic bag.
Baby, just know that I love you.
Yeah, because he listens.
Now he listens.
Well, that's the whole reason why I'm razzing him. He called me out for saying that I'd sacrifice him.
Yeah, he brings that up quite a bit. He's like,
if there was a bear
to Ruby, and I was like, she would fucking eat it.
Would you what?
When he said that if I cut off his dick, I would feed it to Ruby, and I was like, well, she would eat that.
She's a nasty fucker.
She's a glutton.
But this is the thing. So if it's you, Michael, me, and Walter, and a fucking grizzly bear comes, I'm kicking Walter in front of the grizzly bear first.
Right the fucking shin.
Yo, I'll break a leg if I have to.
Baby, I would help you.
No, she wouldn't. Because I would grab her and run. Take him!
Baby, I'm not laughing because you would die. Okay? I'm laughing because it's just funny, but in all actuality, I would help you. Because I love you. Okay. Now that we've gotten past that.
We do love you. Hey, you open the door. The door's open. Look.
That's a Xina.
Yeah, it's a little dog. Yeah, so anyways, Walter, we're just saying that. Sorry. What's that?
Baby. Look at this. One. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 what?
I will give you.
Superstitions. What? Go put that back. Superstitions, where do they come from? Oh.
My next episode is on superstitions.
You know what's funny is the last episode we did, the first time we recorded it, we were saying that I was going to do the episode that I'm doing today, and we totally fucking forgot to say that at the end of our last recording.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well,
I might need to shut my door because I could hear my neighbor's dog barking. Now that's even comfortable behind me. Excuse my leopard print. jammies.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Damn it. I just thought I would test it out.
Yeah. It doesn't take me long, Sarah, to walk over to my door.
Okay, I need to get water, though.
What?
I need to get water from behind me.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Don't talk shit, because I can hear you, too.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. Good. You got a big fat ass.
I can hear you!
And hobbit toes. What did you put behind you? The black blanket?
I put a blanket.
I got a pink background. You got a black background.
Yeah, it's my gray blanket. So what I'm gonna be doing, I think, because this was kind of a last minute, you could still see the top of it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix it up so next time it's completely covering the screen, and I'm gonna have stuff in the background. So I'm gonna have my candles that I made.
Ooh, fancy.
And then I'm gonna have like other spooky stuff behind me. Maybe I'll have Chucky come and sit with me for an episode or some shit. I don't know.
Sweet. I have Marilyn.
You have Marilyn. I'll have all the creepy shit. So
Little butterflies flying on my wall.
yeah, no, not me.
She's over there.
Yeah. So
okay, so let's talk about what we're going to talk about today.
Let's get into it.
This might not be the longest episode, so we might banter just a little bit back and forth while I'm telling these haunted stories. So everybody that has downloaded this episode knows that I'm doing Ghosts of Gettysburg because they can see it in the title.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing Ghosts of Gettysburg because in October, I'm going to Gettysburg.
Woo.
My Spooktober.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell a couple ghost stories about Gettysburg. So first and foremost, okay, we're going to say Gettysburg is a world renowned among aficionados of the supernatural as a potent center of paranormal activity. No matter if you are deeply passionate about the Civil War history or interested in the supernatural investigation, or if you're just a fan of ghost hunting, or even if you're just looking for a good old-fashioned scare to celebrate the Halloween season, me. The Ghosts of Gettysburg can certainly offer a chilling adventure.
Woo! You're gonna record a lot of shit.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. There is a fucking, and it's, there's a haunted regiment.
Yeah.
So the time that we're going, there's no reenactment happening.
Yeah.
Weekend that we're going, and I looked. So they say on the site that I looked up, if there's reenactments that weekend, it says if you see a regiment on the battlefield, it is a phantom regiment, and people have said that they've seen it.
Do you see that?
What? A pimple? So, yeah.
Well, I hope that you see a regiment, and I hope that Mikey dresses up as a Confederate.
No, he's not gonna.
You're not gonna let him?
No. No, I'm gonna say you stay the fuck away from me if you're gonna. No, thank you. I'm not married to a loser. So, what do you remember of haunted stories of Ghosts of Gettysburg? Do you remember? Well, I know that we watched it a few weeks ago, but do you remember that video that we used to watch when we were kids?
Yes, I do.
The Ghosts of Gettysburg, and it fucking scared me. The one of the girls going to the basement.
Yeah.
That one scared me. Now, if anybody has Amazon Prime, you can look up Ghosts of Gettysburg, and I think it was made in like the 80s.
Yeah, it was old.
It was an old video. There is one called Ghost of Gettysburg, and it's a little bit newer. I think it was made in 2021. Don't do it. It's just like a normal paranormal investigation. It's not like
The older
Like
one is better, man.
yeah, they just go in with a fucking spirit box and start asking questions, and I'm like,
Yeah, no.
that's all it is these days. I want to hear the stories.
Oh, right.
I want to hear the stories.
Yeah. Like if you hear drums.
Okay, that is reported a lot, that you
Yeah.
hear faint cannonball sounds
Yeah.
and drumming. If I hear drumming, I'm gonna fucking empty my whole bowels into my pants. Okay, I will have a fucking full load in my pants if that happens.
Yeah. So there's apparently going to be like, people have said that they hear like phantom cries of wounded soldiers and
Yeah,
all of that shit too out there.
because I want to stay until the sun goes down.
Until the sun goes down. You're not going to stay out at night?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I
I
have to
have
say, pardon?
remember, I'm going with Mikey and the parents.
You know what you should do is get like an old style lantern
Oh yeah,
and
that's
walk out there. Do it, man. I would.
Mikey will get me pictures, like when I was in Salem in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of
Oh, yeah.
okay. So this one's the haunted battlefield. Okay.
Yeah.
Are literally scores of ghostly stories and supernatural incidents reported by past visitors to the historic Gettysburg battlefield. Throughout the last century, countless ghost seekers who made the pilgrimage to the legendary site have shared tales of strange and often inexplicable experiences and encounters in the area.
Yeah.
Numerous reports exist from various parts of the park because the battlefield is a national park now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Numerous reports exist from various parts of the park of apparitions of phantom soldiers marching in formation or mounted on horseback, as if still fighting the battle. These ghosts are said to haunt the fields where Picket Charge took place, the slopes of Little Round Top and the Peach Orchard, the wheat field, and numerous other famous battlefield sites in the aptly named Valley of Death. Apparitions of soldiers have been frequently reported in the nearby adjacent area known as Triangular Field. There have been dozens of reports of reliable witnesses who claimed unexplained malfunctions of cameras, recorders, electronic equipment specific to that area. Okay, now this is one area that I am going to. Okay. One especially high concentration of ghostly sightings and strange experiences seemed to center on the battlefield site known as the Devil's Den and the area surrounding it. The ghosts of Gettysburg seem to be drawn to this place. Now that story has been told, people that don't really know, Gettysburg is in Pennsylvania. And it is the site of a 3-day battle that claimed the lives of about 50,000 soldiers.
In 3 days.
In 3 days. And it was a huge turning point in the Civil War.
Yeah.
Huge turning point. So after this, when General E. Lee retreated, I think he knew that he was going to lose the war.
He did.
Okay, because it was a major turning point in the war. He retreated quick. Okay, because Union soldiers, they kicked their fucking asses.
Yeah.
So,
they're saying that, like, they suggest that Lee's, the huge thing was that he was way overconfident.
Yeah.
He was way overconfident.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he went in there thinking, like, I got this.
Yeah. Nope, he did not.
And he did not.
You know, like a lot of people were killed on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
But the fucking Union Army just massacred them. And it was a very bloody battle. They say when I was reading about the battlefield, they say you can't walk 5 feet in each direction without standing somewhere that there was a body.
So someone died.
And I was like, pardon me?
Yeah.
Is that true? So what I'm going to do is when we're there, I'm going to pay for the in-car tour, like not pay for a guide, but pay for one that you can drive around the battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
And have your own. And then I could play it over the speakers and we can just drive around and look at and get out. And I could take my phone because it'll be like, okay, now stop your car, park to the side, get out, take your phone with you, and walk straight, this way, right to this monument.
Yeah.
Stand there and they tell you about it. They tell you about like a cliff area that the Union soldiers stood on top of and fucking just blasted at the Confederates and just slaughtered them in the area. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty crazy.
But the Devil's Den, okay, is something that we're going to go see. So this famous rock formation, an elevated outcropping of large haphazard boulders, served as a Confederate sniper's nest for most of the battle and was the site of a particularly vicious fighting. Initial ghost sightings began in the area shortly after the battle and have been a regular occurrence ever since.
Yeah.
Dim spectral soldiers have been spotted among the rocks by many visitors at various times of the day, and witnesses have reported hearing unexplained battle sounds echoing among the forbidden jumble of rocks, otherwise quiet moments.
Yeah.
Several photographers have reportedly captured fleeting images of one ghost soldier, an unkempt, long-haired figure, shoeless and ragged clothing, wearing a floppy-brimmed hat. In some cases, it has been reported that the spirit actually spoke aloud to a witness before suddenly vanishing without a trace. There are also reports of a ghostly cavalryman on horseback who appears in the area only to vanish soon after, as well as numerous reports of phantom sounds, gunfire, shouting voices, and cries of anguish. All completely unexplained, dozens of photographs exist today in private collections that are alleged to be evidence of supernatural activity in the area.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting, and I want to go there.
You should do a live while you're there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of lives. I'm emptying out my whole fucking, like, I'm buying a USB stick to clear my phone of all pictures and save them on a USB drive.
Yeah.
So my
get a fucking Polaroid for that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that, but I think my phone will be good. I follow a Facebook page called Ghosts of Gettysburg, and I've followed it for years now. And people post pictures all the time of the Devil's Den and how there's like shadowy figures and stuff. Some of them look a little jumbly, and you're like, that's a tree.
Yeah.
Some of them you're like, holy fuck, that's a face.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fucking face.
So do you know, okay, so I'm sure you're probably going to be bringing this up, but the one civilian that was killed in Gettysburg was named?
Jenny Wade. Well, okay, her name is Mary Virginia Wade.
Yes.
Now, people confuse saying that everybody called her Jenny Wade when everybody called her Ginny Wade.
Ginny, yeah.
Yeah, right? It's Ginny Wade, but through the years, people, like, it's known as the Jenny Wade house.
Yeah, so how that's changed over time. So do you know if anybody has ever seen her ghost?
Yeah. Her house is very haunted. Well, it's actually her sister's house. So she actually lived down the block.
Mm-hmm.
And during the battle, they were making bread at her sister's house, the house that she was killed in. They were making bread at her sister's house for the Union soldiers. Okay, so they say that she was kneading bread, okay, and she got shot, and it entered through her shoulder, ricocheted down, hit her heart, she died instantly.
Yeah, and it was through a door.
Yes, it was through 2 doors.
Through 2 doors she was shot, yes.
Yeah, and the doors are still there, and I'm going to pay the $20, and I'm going to go in the house, and I'm going to take lots of pictures, and it's going to be great. And they have the boards that her blood still is stained all over the boards. They have them behind glass. So we're going to see all that. And
do you know when her birthday was?
No.
Oh,
you looked her.
Yeah, so her birthday was May 21st.
Oh, that's
1843.
Okay. Well, see, that's stuff that I'm going to learn when I go there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the sniper's nest where she was shot from, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that house is haunted as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they say, and you'd think that it would be New Orleans, that was the most haunted city, or even Augusta, Florida. You know what I mean?
They ain't got shit on Gettysburg.
Or St. Augustine, sorry, Augusta.
Yeah.
That's Georgia. St. Augustine, Florida, they say is extremely haunted, but Gettysburg holds the record for being the most haunted city in America.
Yeah, it's
okay,
crazy.
It's gonna be fucking crazy. I am literally gonna shit myself.
Where it depends.
If I experience anything, I'm gonna shit all over the fucking place.
Make sure you bring some briefs from work.
I told Mikey, I said, I just want you to know that if we see anything or if I catch a picture, I'm not fucking sleeping ever again. Okay.
Make sure you take lots and lots of pictures, and I
I'll
will thoroughly examine them. But I would love it if you did a live.
Well, maybe I'll do a live when we get to the Devil's Den or Round Top.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much like the same area. And we're gonna go to Robert E. Lee's, like the Confederate, like, I don't know what they call it, the place where he held all his stuff, right?
Okay.
Like his little house that he had there that he took over, they restored it.
Yeah.
So they have that there. They have all kinds of different shit. I want to go to the orphanage. There's so much I want to do.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Phantom Regiment.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a big one, and I have seen videos online. And I will try my best to post them on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Like what I did with Chris Watts, and I screen recorded and fucking... So I'm going to try to do that. So one of the most famous ghostly manifestations in Gettysburg has become known as the Phantom Regiment. Supposedly, the ghostly remnants of a Confederate Union still haunt the battleground today, their ghostly drums and footsteps echoing through the night. Visitors and ghost hunters have reported seeing this ghostly procession of soldiers in tattered but strangely unidentifiable uniforms. I thought they said Confederate. Okay. Still marching in formation on the battleground at odd hours of the night.
Could you imagine? Like,
bro, I'd be a ghost of Gettysburg. I would just die.
Yeah, but even still, like, those poor souls, like, even in their afterlife.
Yeah, but it could be residual.
From what? That's a whole soul. That is, there's all kinds of fucking hauntings there. So those people that died during this battle, their afterlife is reliving all of this.
Yeah, I just heard a cough on your end. Is somebody around you?
Yeah, it's Santos.
Oh, I was like, bro, you might not want to be in the dark right now.
Yeah, and the fact that I didn't even react to it, you should have known.
Yeah, so, okay, so some witnesses have heard phantom drums and the distant sound of musket fire on the battlefield. Mm-hmm. Others claim to have seen these ghostly apparitions standing among the gravestones in the Gettysburg National Cemetery. Yes. These spectral sightings have become an integral part of Gettysburg haunted landscape. I have seen video of this haunted regiment.
Yeah.
Okay, and people were like, amazing, I loved the show. The show on the battleground was great today. And they were like, there was no reenactments scheduled for today.
My soul would leave my body.
I would be like, I would just, I'd fucking shit everywhere, vomit, and then just dead. All right. Ooh, now we're going to talk about Jenny Wade.
Here we go.
Okay. The Jenny Wade house has been featured on television programs such as Ghost Lab and Ghost Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stop that right here, okay? And we're going to talk about ballsack Zach Baggins, okay? I can't fucking stand him.
Who?
Zach Baggins.
Yes.
Zach Baggins.
Yes.
Ghost Adventures. You don't know who Zach Baggins is?
I don't know if I saw him, maybe. Ghost Adventures.
Can't fucking stand him.
I think we were watching it and you were telling me that you couldn't stand him. I remember.
And have never been able to fucking stand him.
Yeah.
He goes into like places and he tries to egg on the spirits. Fucking kill me right now! In fucking locations. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, you're gross. Can you stop?
Mm.
He was with Holly Madison for a long time too, and I love her.
Yeah.
But I can't stand him, bro. And I'm like, ew, you're fucking gross.
Yeah.
Watch Ghost Adventures. See if you can stomach a full fucking episode. Okay? Like, if I go to Vegas and they have the haunted, I might do his museum. But I'm not a big fan of him. I just think that he's gross. Like, just the way that he... whatever. Some people might have a different opinion than me. That's fine. But
yeah.
I don't. Okay. And okay, so it's been on Ghost Adventures, Ghost Lab, blah, 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 blah. And is widely reputed to an extremely haunted place. It is the location where Mary Virginia, Jenny Wade, the only civilian casualty of the Battle of Gettysburg, was shot and killed.
Yeah.
Jenny was a mere 20 years old when her life came to a sudden and tragic end when a stray bullet from the battle outside pierced a wooden door continuing through a kitchen door where she stood, striking Jenny in the heart and taking her young life. In the years since, visitors to the house have reported hearing strange, unexplained movement, unanswered voices, and the fearful moaning of disincorporated spirits at various places in the house.
Moaning. Ugh.
Okay, so I'm going to go down to the basement in the Jenny Wade house.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. It's part of the tour.
You won't do it alone, though.
I won't do it alone. Are you sick in the fucking head? I'm not going down there alone. Are you sick? No.
Do it alone.
I'm not doing that alone. Fuck
do
that.
Do it alone.
I'd love to see your fucking chicken shit ass go down there.
Never. I would never.
Yeah, exactly. So go fuck yourself.
I would never go down there alone.
No, you wouldn't. So anyways, do you know the story behind that?
No.
Okay, so
I think I've
after
heard.
Jenny Wade was shot,
Yeah,
they took her body. The Union soldiers and the family went down to the base and they hid for 18 hours because there was fierce war happening outside their house. And they sat down there with her dead body for 18 hours. And then on the property, they buried her. Okay. And then they dug her up and buried her in the graveyard.
Oh, I didn't know they dug her up.
They had to. What were they supposed to do? She was going to rot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had to fucking put her in the ground just to kind of, you know.
Yeah.
It was July, dude. In 1863, there was no air conditioning.
Yeah, well, it was, what was it, July 3rd.
Yeah, on the last day. Hold on, my dog wants out.
I was going to talk shit, but...
Yeah, but I can...
I know.
Yeah, so that's... I don't know, dude. And they have, like, a whole mannequin and shit down there. Yeah, like, under a blanket that was apparently the blanket that covered her dead body.
Oh, my God.
So, we'll see. It's going to be interesting, but I'm paying that $20 and I'm fucking going in that house.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that I really want to do. That you have to pay for. So, and I'm like, I'm down. Even like the Civil War Museum that I want to go to, it's free, but I'm going to donate. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So this one's a little bit crazy. What?
Nothing. I'm waiting to hear if you bring up one that I want to hear.
What is it?
A little blue boy.
Okay, I think I do. But we can talk about it anyway because I've watched that video a million fucking times. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Iverson Pits. You ever heard of Iverson Pits?
Probably.
What do you think Iverson Pits is?
I don't know. Jog my memory.
You have no clue. Okay, so the area around the modern Doubleday Inn is widely linked to a local paranormal activity. Since its location directly adjacent to the former sites of the Forney farmhouse, notoriously the location of a mass grave known as the Iverson Pits, an entire brigade of North Carolinian, yep, I was right, soldiers were needlessly slaughtered near and buried in a mass grave where they fell, even after the remains were exhumed and relocated to the former location of the mass grave has given rise to numerous reports of floating orbs and hovering lights, strange mists, shadowy figures said to wander the adjoining field at dusk. Bro,
Orbs?
I want to go.
Okay, let me just. Orbs are really not my thing.
Nah, I'm not an orb person either.
I'm not an orb person. I think there was one picture of an orb that I was kind of like, okay, maybe. Every other time, I'm like, no. The one that I saw was like in the picture of a corner. And you know how, like, if it were like, and it was huge, and if it were light, it would bend. But you could see that it was an actual ball in the corner. And that was the only thing that I was kind of like, okay, at the time. Right now, where I stand with orbs, if somebody tried to point out an orb to me at Gettysburg, I'd be like, eh. Now, if there was like fog, shadows, mist, sounds, then I'd be like, okay, but orbs are just not my thing.
Me too. I saw a video one time of like a phantom cat. Okay. So the video was like a surveillance video and it was showing down onto like a driveway, right?
Yeah.
And you see the white cat go by and then you see an orb fly from the top of the screen down to the road. And right when it hit the road, you see a phantom cat walk by.
Cool. I never saw that.
And I was like, yo, maybe that's what an orb is. It's a spirit flying around before it manifests.
Well, yeah, that's what they say. It's a spirit.
Right? Before it fully manifests, right?
I've never seen an orb manifest into anything.
I will find that fucking video and show it to you. It's on Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Cool. Please do.
I still have it in my recordings on my TV.
Cool.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Sachs Bridge. This is another thing that me and Dad, Mikey, and Jen are going to go to. Okay? This one is, there's always fucking video and pictures of soldiers on this bridge. All the time. I see it all the fucking time. So the Sachs covered bridge on... Are you fucking kidding? There's not much noise happening downstairs, so. Okay, the Sachs covered bridge on Waterworks Road is reputed to be the most haunted spot in Gettysburg. I've seen numerous fucking pictures of this place, okay?
Yeah.
Hi, baby. I know. Let me and Auntie finish. I'll take you for a walk. Okay, the wandering spirits of 3 hanged Confederate deserters are believed to haunt the vicinity of the picturesque bridge at various times of the day and night. Reported paranormal experiences on the bridge include the spectral smell of phantom cigar smoke, the sound of ghostly cannon fired in the distance, or the sensation of suddenly feeling a tap on your shoulder.
Absolutely not.
To find nobody there.
Absolutely not.
I watched a video one time, and it was of this woman and her husband on the bridge. It was nighttime, and she was like, I have my camcorder out. If you want to show yourself, you can show yourself. And she's turning around, looking down the bridge this way. She turns around and looks down the bridge the other way. And she goes, if you don't want to show yourself to me, that's fine. You can just show yourself on video if you want. Right? And she turns back around, and when she pans the camera over to the side of the bridge, she said she didn't notice it at the time, but when she watched back the footage, there was somebody standing there. And you could see it on the video. And it's legit. a fucking figure of a man. Right? And I was like, yeah, no.
Do all of that. Do that.
I would shit everywhere, bro.
You know what you should do? Have me on FaceTime while you're out there.
Yeah, oh
Get
yeah.
the fuck out here, ghosts! Table us on the shoulder!
I will mute you.
Pinch your ass! Get her with the beret. Right up the booty.
Asshole, you wanted them to kill me?
No, I just want them to scare you. It wouldn't hurt you. It's a ghostly figure. Unless they're like some sort of poltergeist or some shit.
Yeah, thanks. That's what I want to fucking find out.
Let's hope we do it to Mikey then.
Yeah, that's fine. My husband. Oh! Sorry, I just dropped my whole fucking phone rig here.
Jeez, Mel, good job.
Okay, we're going to talk about Gettysburg College.
Okay, let's get into it.
God. Okay. Known as Pennsylvania College at the time of the 1863 battle, the campus was located in the midst of the fighting. Its structures provided shelter for the wounded and dying. Its main building, Pennsylvania Hall, constructed in 1837, nicknamed Old Dorm, served as a Confederate field hospital during the battle. Since then, there has been much paranormal activity at what some call the Haunted College. Students and staff members of the college reported seeing ghostly figures of soldiers pacing back and forth at in the cupola of the building. The main entrance.
Yeah.
Fancy word. And the shadowy figure of a Confederate sentry has been spotted in the tower. I want to see this tower, and I'm going to fucking take pictures of it. Has been spotted in the tower, sometimes gesturing wildly to watchers below. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's creepy because there's a lot of reports of that.
Okay.
So, 2 college administrators leaving the building one night reported that the elevator doors opened to a grisly scene of a Civil War era operating room.
In the basement.
Packed with the wounded and dying, yet completely eerily silent. When the elevator's door closed and reopened, the scene vanished.
So what they said was they were leaving and they went to go to the first floor and it took them down to the basement. So they just figured, okay, maybe someone's trying to, whatever reason it didn't stop, they were trying to make sense of it. And then when the doors opened, it was them fucking patching up soldiers and
cutting legs off.
There was what was it? There was a mound of limbs.
Yes. So this is another thing that I was going to talk to you about. And you already know this, but our listeners probably don't. They said that some of the field hospitals that they had going on in Gettysburg, they had cut off limbs as tall as first floor windows.
Yeah. Think about it this way. A mountain of just fucking limbs up to a second level window.
Bro, imagine the fucking smell of that in July.
No.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
If I'm there and I ever smell like something rotting, I'm gonna shit myself as well.
You will always be able to tell the smell of death.
Oh yeah, the minute that you smell a dead body,
you'll never not smell a dead body.
What does it remind you of? The time in our life that you smelled a fucking dead body. It wasn't a human dead body, let's just say that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The raccoons.
Raccoons underneath our deck.
Yeah.
Growing up. That was the worst fucking smell I have ever smelled. It
was pretty rancid.
It was the raccoons rotting under our deck. And I'll never forget that smell.
Yeah, it was pretty vicious. Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk about the children's orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I don't think the blue boy is in this. I don't think so. Okay. We'll talk about the blue boy right after this.
Mm-hmm.
So, originally a private home, during the famous battle, it was converted into a makeshift hospital for the wounded soldiers. Its cellar filled with the bodies of the dead and dying. After the Battle of Gettysburg, the facility was converted into the National Soldiers Orphanage Homestead. Okay? An orphanage to house children who had lost their parents in the battle. After Rosa J. Carmichael assumed the post of headmistress. She was a cunt, apparently. Okay?
They usually are.
It was rumored that Carmichael tortured and chained orphan children in the dungeon she secretly created in the cellar there.
What a fucking human piece of garbage.
Okay? So the orphanage there, if you do, you can go in there and look around. And if you go to the cellar, bro, it is horrific. Like, the conditions down there are horrific. Like, it's a dungeon. And she used to chain poor children that lost both their parents. She used to chain them up there.
She's got a special spot in hell.
Yeah, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
All they need is a little bit of love. That's it. Just love them, bitch. Sorry. Like, you hear abuse of children, you're like, you fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Anywho, various supernatural manifestations that have occurred at the site since are often attributed to Carmichael and the lost souls of her tormented victims. So the story of the Blue Boy, he escaped the orphanage and he went across to the college, the one that we just previously talked about. And there was a couple girls, students, or whatever that were in there, and they hid this boy. And the headmistress of the college was calling them down, and they weren't supposed to have this boy in this room.
Yeah.
So what they did is they hurried him out to the ledge outside the window, and they went downstairs to go and see what the headmistress wanted.
Yeah.
And it took a lot longer than they thought, and they couldn't just walk away and leave because it would be suspicious. But it was freezing temperatures outside. And when they came back, that little boy was gone, and there was no trace of him. And there was no mark in the snow below. He was legit gone. This is the legend. This is the story. Don't know if it's true, but there are reports of it.
Mm-hmm.
Still to this day, there are phantom shadows outside the window of a shivering blue boy.
Yeah.
Or there's little help me written on the window in the fog or the condensation that's on the window.
Yeah.
They'll little help me on the window, but that's the little blue boy. He's a little ghost that hangs outside the window freezing.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
You know what I keep thinking about, and I know I'm fucking cursed for this?
What?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What am I thinking of?
Grandma! Yeah.
No! You stay up there with the dogs.
Oh.
Grandma! Let me in! What a sin!
Jeremiah. Is that what you were thinking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to say that all the time. Grandma, let me in. No, you stay out there with the dogs. Such a fucking good movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie. But that was so sad because that's the first thing that pops up in my head.
I know. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Farnsworth Inn. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is the place where in the attic is the sniper's nest that shot Jenny Wade.
Okay.
Okay, so the person that killed Jenny Wade came from this house. They traced they did a forensic analysis and it came from there. Okay. So it is believed by some that the house is presently haunted by no less than 16 spirits, including that of 8-year-old boy, his name's Jeremy, Civil War soldiers, and a former midwife. Sounds of disembodied breathing, grunts, voices, and musical strains of a jaw harp, along with a strong scent of cigars, has been experienced by guests who visit the home. Throughout the years, multiple photographs of a spiritual manifestation have been taken through the window of one of the exterior guest rooms seen from the street below. So this boy, this 8-year-old boy, Jeremy, okay, he was run over by a horse and buggy in front of the house and died.
Yeah.
And so they see this boy all the time in the house and around the house. Okay?
I know, that's so sad. It's when the kids get fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway.
Yeah, so, okay, let's go to the Grove. Okay? Okay, I'm all right. I thought I was going to burp. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay. So the Grove is an area that lies a few hundred yards from the base of East Cemetery Hill. The area was a site of grisly exchange between two regiments of Ohio Regulars versus the Louisiana Tigers, Confederate unit.
You got this.
All right. It was a grisly exchange between two regiments of Ohio Regulars versus the Louisiana Tigers, a Confederate unit primarily made up of New Orleans prison inmates. The casualties on both sides were terrible, resulting in the creation of unmarked mass graves throughout the area. A road was laid through the Grove in 1963, accidentally unearthing the remains of several soldiers. In 1960, 100 years later.
Jesus.
There have been sightings here of the ghost of a young girl believed to be this disturbed victim of post-battle mental stress who committed suicide not long after the battle ended.
Yeah.
With a large record of photo evidence depicting orbs, mists, and other odd phenomena, the Grove is considered to be some of paranormal investigators one of the most active areas for ghosts in Gettysburg.
So I'm going to be giving you my spirit box, right?
Yeah.
You better use it. And I also have an EMF detector.
Yeah.
Use them.
Yeah.
You really should. You know what else I was thinking? What if, obviously, I'm sure over the years people have probably thought to use like a metal detector or something all over the place, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to just kind of. What if you got like a hot spot and it was like going crazy? Ugh. Could you imagine just like walking and there's like a bone sticking out of the ground or some shit?
No, that would never happen.
If you like tripped over a bone.
People still find like musket bullets and shit to this day, right?
Try and find one. I will take it. Find two.
Yeah.
I want one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I wouldn't want it in the house. I would leave it in like a shed or something. Because like bringing that shit here, that could have killed somebody.
I will never. Aiden was like, bring me back a souvenir. I'm like, I'm not bringing you back anything authentic.
Yeah. No, authentic, no. Yeah.
Okay, so do the ghosts of Gettysburg still wander the fields and street of this tiny Pennsylvania town? By visiting Gettysburg and immersing yourself in the haunted tales and rich history of the area, you'll gain a deeper appreciation for the past while creating your own unforgettable memories amidst the echoes of the Civil War. That's the end of my story today. We might. There is so many stories. I just picked a few.
Mm-hmm.
After I do Gettysburg and go and experience it for myself, we can revisit this subject and see if I had any experiences or
I hope you do.
Dad and Jen. I hope I do, and I hope that I get it on camera and video.
I do too.
Like it's one of the most haunted cities in America. So
yeah, just make sure you pay attention, though.
Oh yeah, you said I'm not gonna pay attention.
Yeah, but any picture that you take, any picture that you take, do not delete it until I go over it.
Yeah, even if I take multiples,
I have to go over it with a fine-tooth comb.
What are you tapping over there? It's very loud.
Yeah. Some ASMR for you?
Yeah, it's very loud.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, Well, excuse me.
Like, I could even, some of the things that I talked about today, I'm going to post on the Instagram.
On the gram?
On the gram. But these are not my photos. I have not been there yet.
Take note.
Take note that none of these are my photos.
Yes.
They are photos that I am going to find off the internet.
Yes.
Off the interwebs. I might even go on to my Facebook page there, the Ghost of Gettysburg, and see if I can find some.
Did you know that apparently Washington's ghost has been seen there as well?
Washington's on the battlefield. Yeah. Yeah, alongside. They said that the soldiers that were fighting, and they were Union soldiers too, and they were fighting, and they said that George Washington was on the battlefield with them, but
yeah,
who knows?
Even though
Whole different war.
Yeah. I don't know. Regardless.
Like Mikey says to me, he goes, was this the Revolutionary War or the Civil War? I said, Civil War. He goes, what were they fighting for? And I said, to abolish slavery.
Yeah.
He goes, oh. And I said, yeah, that was the Civil War, sweetheart. Mikey likes the Revolutionary War. So I think one day we're going to go and do some, like, we're going to go to Washington, D.C. this trip too.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just looking at it really quick because it's saying here perhaps the earliest Civil War ghost story can actually be traced to a tale told during the famous 1863 battle itself, during which reports circulated among the Union troops in attendance that General Washington, deceased since 1799, had been seen leading the men to victory.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's crazy.
You want to hear a really weird fucking fact about George Washington? He didn't know that dinosaurs existed.
I believe that.
Yeah, you have to believe it. It's a fact. They didn't find dinosaur bones until like the 1800s.
I don't have to believe it. What if he had his own little fucking, he knew shit before people knew anything? You don't know that. It's not a fact. You don't know what he knew.
So people before, let's see, when was the first? Hold on. Wait, hold.
Elevator music.
First dinosaur discovery. 1824.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, 25 years before he, or 25 years after he died.
Sorry. No. British fossil hunter William Buckland found some fossils in 1819. And he eventually described them and named them in 1824. So 1819. So 20 years after.
Yeah.
Okay. So people before that time had no fucking clue that dinosaurs even existed.
Or cavemen, I guess, eh?
Isn't that the weirdest fucking thing to think about?
Yeah.
That there was a time in history not long ago that had no idea. That had no idea that dinosaurs existed.
Yeah.
Because you never think of shit like that when you're like,
no.
Oh, there was a whole time period.
Yeah.
That know what dinosaurs were.
Well, if you think about it, like 1799, there were so many basic things that were invented in the early 1800s that they never knew.
Do you know how they used to make dentures?
Yeah, and it's gross.
From dead bodies, teeth.
Yeah, it's gross. That's fucking gnarly. I could never imagine. Oh, God.
They took the fucking teeth out of corpses, bro.
I would gum the fuck out of everything.
Nope, I don't give a fuck. I would be like, I don't care if I have to stone fucking mash all my food.
That's why I said I would gum the fuck out of everything.
Straight up, bro. I would just suck on a steak.
I would pre-chew food for you, Mel.
Ew, you nasty. I would take a dead body's teeth before that.
You could be like a little birdie.
No, gross. Oh, that's the nastiest shit.
I'll chew it. You swallow it down your gizzard.
No.
No.
That's disgusting.
That's how I show my love for you.
No, you can keep that. I will be so skinny.
Yo, me too, bitch. Me too. Oh my god.
No. What the fuck? So, well, that kind of concludes my story so far. I think we might have to do a part 2 in the future.
Well, after you get back, yeah.
When I get back, I'm going in October. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm really fucking excited. But I'm a little bit nervous because the house that we're staying in is on the Appalachian Trail. Sorry, Appalachian for those Southerners.
Yeah.
Let's say Appalachian. They call it Appalachia.
Yeah.
And there are motherfucking cryptids. Appalachia.
Fucking like Wendigo and shit.
Yeah.
Have
No
fun.
thanks. I'm closing all the blinds on that motherfucker.
I hope Mikey fucks with you. I
He
really
won't.
do. I hope he does.
I'll fuck with him more, and he won't even. He'll be like, "What? What's that?"
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's pretty much just going to go, eh? Like, he's not really.
He married me, okay?
Yeah.
Like, he likes doing stuff that I like to do, and I want to do stuff that's fun and educational and historical.
I like the historical shit too.
Like Salem, we went to Salem last year, and it was just fucking mint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just love that history aspect of it.
So do I.
You're standing on ground that something happened. Like, when we went even to the 9/11 Memorial, Ground Zero, you know what I mean? Like, you're standing somewhere where, like, a serious tragedy happened.
Yeah.
Like, I have the utmost respect, too. You will never see a picture of me smiling in front of that stuff.
No.
Never. Because I don't take pictures of myself in front of stuff like that because I find it disrespectful to the dead. I did see when I went to Ground Zero, like, teenage girls trying to take selfies in front of the pond, and I was like, that's so disrespectful.
People don't not everybody thinks of it that way though, right?
And they were teenagers. They weren't even born yet when it happened. So I was like, I understand, but you have to come here and mourn 3,000 people's deaths. It's not something that you're supposed to be, happy that we're here. No. You're standing on top of somewhere where one of the biggest tragedies in American history happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like the Gettysburg. You're standing on, like, hallowed land. Like,
so much blood has been soaked into that soil.
Yeah, it's like death is all around, and you have to have a little bit of respect for the people, the Union soldiers that fucking fought for freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have a lot of respect. That's why, like, Mikey's joking that he wants to dress up as a Confederate, and I'm like,
I joke too, but
yeah. Like, I know and I understand, but I'm like, no, they wanted to keep people as slaves. Yeah. You know what I mean? They were fighting to keep people, human beings, as fucking slaves.
Well, the thing is like, it's one thing to think about all those people that have died and to hear these stories and to hear the gruesomeness and shit like that, but to actually go there and, like, think, like, there was a dead body. There were dead bodies all here. Oh.
Yeah, but those people fought for a reason.
Hold on, I hear the X-Files.
Shut up, Walter.
Who is it?
It's Walter's phone.
It's fucking Evan calling him. Yeah.
I love that his fucking ringtone is the X-Files.
I know, right?
No, but Evan... these soldiers, they died for a reason. And that reason was to free people that were in chains. Yeah. So you go to somewhere like Gettysburg and you enjoy the history of it, but then you stand there and you look around and you remember what these people were fighting for. Yeah. And you have to have a lot of respect for the people that gave their lives for a great fucking cause. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of lives lost there.
Yeah. So that, people could be free, which they should have been in the beginning.
Should have been. But People are
And
fucking assholes.
yeah, and that's just how we live in Canada. We live in a multicultural society. For the most part, I'm okay with that.
For the most
um,
part.
for the most part, there are some people that abuse the system and stuff that come here and abuse. But we're not going to get into that. I'm just,
Yeah.
it's all good. It is what it is. I live a pretty good life, so
Yeah.
I can't complain too much. But yeah, and we're going to go to Washington, D.C. in this trip too.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to go to JFK's grave.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
So me and Dad were talking when he was going to North Bay last week. And I was like, oh, yeah, like we're going to go see JFK and Jackie Kennedy. And he's like, Jackie's not buried there. I'm like, oh, yes, she is. And he goes, are you sure? And I said, are you really asking me or if somebody's buried there?
Yeah.
I know I am a grave person. And he's like, really? He goes, she only died a few years ago, eh? I said, no, she died in 94. He goes, no, she didn't die that long ago. And I said, yeah, she did. And
Yeah.
he was like, Google that. And I was like, I don't have to. But okay. So then Jenny was like, I'll Google it. And she was like, Jerry, she died in 1994. I'm like, I'm good with dates, people.
You really are, though.
Like, are you really going to challenge me on a date? Like,
Yeah.
I'm really good with dates. So, yeah. So I was like, yeah. And she's there. Bobby's there. I said, so I'm going to go and see JFK's grave. And that's where that whole controversy with Trump happened the other day when he went to Arlington Cemetery, and you're not supposed to record in Arlington Cemetery, and his fucking camera crew were pushing the security guards out of the way so that he can record.
Oh.
Yeah, can't do that. That's not good. It's respect. You need to have some respect.
Leave it to fucking Trump.
Yeah, and you know what? Whatever. I just either for him or against him, but that's disrespectful. So
yeah, it is.
It's a military cemetery, so you have to have some respect. And
Trump
you're not.
got it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to record video. Like, you could take pictures of the grave. You can take pictures of the graves, but you're not supposed to be going through there with camera crews recording. It's against the rules of the cemetery.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful. But anyways, so that's our episode of Gettysburg. So far. Part
Okay.
one.
All right. Well, this to be continued.
An hour in. That's good.
I'd say so. And it's not a two-parter right now.
Well,
right
it
now
is
at least. No. In the future, you can talk about whatever, but we're not going to make it like a whole fucking episode.
I got 40 days till we go on. Oh, hold. 38 days.
Cool.
And I have 9 days till my motherfucking birthday, bitch.
Woo!
10 days. I'm going to be an old bit. Oh, wait. You're older than me.
Shut up.
30. Here I come. Hopefully I make it. Well, true. It's true.
Fine. You're going to make it.
I'm going to drop dead of a heart attack tomorrow.
Don't do that.
I'll try my best not to.
All right. Go for a jog.
All right. Yeah. You know where to find us. We're on all the socials.
We are.
We're on everywhere that you fucking get podcasts. That's where we are.
I will probably take a snippet of this and put it on TikTok or some shit too.
Yeah. And we need to get back on YouTube.
Yeah. Yes, we do. So,
Guys, it's a work in progress still, even though we're 30 episodes in. We're still
we had the summer, and we took a huge time off in between because of the fucking switch that we had to do from Spotify. So it's kind of us getting back into a groove again. That's all. But that's okay. We'll figure it out.
It is what it is. We have busy lives. This is not our full-time job.
No.
But if you want to pay us, it could be our full-time job.
I mean, let's see how far we get, but
We're not there yet.
no.
It's okay. We're only 30 episodes in. Like, it's just going to get better and better. There's podcasts out there that I listen to that have 500 episodes. So we're a little ways away from that.
I'd say so.
All right. I love you. Oh my God, Skunt.
I love you.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.